Oh, wait, that's it? Oh, shit, that's the end of the demo? After playing through the demo, like, there's a lot of things I do like about the game. Oh, I guess it takes us through this again, which is fine. So, I mean, actually, I could just talk about my thoughts over on the demo in this one. So, I mean, with the Dragon Quest Treasures demo and first point, I do like a lot of the different things that you see in this game. Like, the exploration is kind of fun. The character building of Eric and Mia, and like they're getting more fleshed out from like where they start as like, you know, in orphans to now to see what they come up in Dragon Quest 11 is nice. The treasure vision seems pretty interesting too, based on how you are able to just, you know, have more of like an exploring and just like really focus on things like that. It kind of reminds me more of stuff from like the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, where you have like those treasure chart maps and be able to go find them in the sea, kind of like that. But as like you saw in the this little thing here too, there's a lot of different areas that you can explore, be able to get new treasures, new monsters for sure too. Um, so it definitely seems where there's a lot more focus on exploration, treasure hunting, and very much catered to a lot of fan service in terms of like Dragon Quest fans. Because again, you see Erdrick's sword, Erdrick's statue. So it's kind of like a little bit of a love note toward it as well. And again, it does harken to the Dragon Quest monster fans like myself with the combat and also the monster hunting scouts. Because even after completing the demo, it did give us over 5 buddy bullets, which we can then use to try to do the scouting, which is something I really wish the demo highlighted, but you know, what is what it is. We'll figure out at some point as well. And see the Wind Waker relation. Yeah, like this game definitely focuses more on the exploration, the overall narrative than the combat, which is fine. And also kind of like talking about the combat too. With the combat, the way that I see it, it's not nearly as depth as other Dragon Quest RPG games because it's not turn-based. There's no like stat buffs or debuffs from what I've experienced so far, but that could be subject to change. But honestly, like if you get really good pellets, like you saw early on, you could just use the pellets, do a lot of the work for you, or just have your monsters just auto attack anyway. There's a lot more moving on and things happening, but at the same time, it seems like your impact may not be that impactful, at least early on. Because like with the melee attacks, it doesn't do too much. And honestly, we're just focused on using like, you know, the sizz bullets. But I'm assuming it'll get more better later on. We'll probably like, you know, get some ultimate moves, some like, you know, finishers and stuff like that. One thing I would really have liked to get more information on is just like the whole breeding mechanic. You know? I mean, looks like there's like a kind of like a recruitment system. And you can swap your party members around, like, you know, give different teams, which is nice. I do like the dispatch aspect of it too, because it allows you to get resources without having to go get them yourselves, you know? Genshin Impact kind of taught me like dispatch missions are actually kind of nice because it just prevents you from having to waste up your own time. You tell this, maybe this is a kid games. I mean, maybe. For those, like, Dragon Quest has been known to do a ton of spin-off and sequels. Like, of course, the Dragon Quest monster games. Those are spin-offs. There's Dragon Quest Swords. That was like an on-the-rail, like, Wii simulation sword thing, which is actually arguably kind of fun. Dragon Quest Swords is not that bad. There's Rocket Slime. There's, like, the rhythm game, the Mario Party spin-off thing. There's just so much that Dragon Quest does, honestly. Xenoblade 2 as Dispatch mentioned too. Well, I'm glad to hear Xeno has that. The music's on point. I love the character designs, of course. Like, I think overall, my initial thoughts with Dragon Treasures, I'm excited for it, but I'm not as excited as I could have been. Like when I first heard about Dragon Quest Treasures, I was floored because I thought it was finally going to be the West return to getting Dragon Quest monsters. It's like a spiritual successor, but it tries to embark new ideas, which again, I feel like some aspects weren't done super well. Like the lack of Z targeting kind of just seems a bit weird because like it just makes the combat feel a bit all over the place and less control. But I'm nonetheless going to be pretty excited to pick up this game. I might wait for a sale. We'll see. But overall, I can see myself having some fun with it. I can see myself definitely having some fun with it.